Hello, guys. Welcome to the Storm Podcast, and we're just doing these right in a row today. I'm Jackson Burning, and today we're talking about all the playoff games that are happening tomorrow night and Sunday. The whole playoffs, first round, breaking into it. So, we're going to talk about San Antonio and Memphis today. Now, I'm going to break down everything, and then I'll give you my prediction, and we will have a separate prediction video just to go down straight along the list so you guys can see who I'm picking to win the finals and everything this year. So, we have Memphis and San Antonio. And for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, Memphis has been tough. And I'm not exaggerating that. Every time Memphis plays in a playoff series, the other opponent, I think they're scared to play Memphis. And I remember when we played Memphis a couple years ago, Oklahoma City, 7 games. First round, I was frightened. I was really scared that we were going to get bounced. That's just an example. But Memphis has always been a fighting team. They always fight. They're always physical, and they will pound the ball in the paint. They're 6th in defensive rating, which I think they are better than most of those teams there in the first place. I'll check on that in a second, but we're going to keep talking. And one thing that stands out to me the most is they are first in opponent's points in the paint. So the other team doesn't score a lot of points in the paint versus Memphis. And I think that's huge because if a team can't hit from long distance and who doesn't like taking threes, they can hit them from distance. But Pop doesn't like shooting threes, so they're going to have to score all their points in the paint. That's tough. That's going to be this is going to be an interesting series. This isn't the same Spurs team as I've seen. With Duncan now retired, they just look different. I've watched them play. They just don't look the same. And that's not to say that they're worse, but they just don't. They are worse without Duncan, but they just don't look the same. Every year, everybody says San Antonio is going to fall off the cliff because they're all old. It could happen this year. I don't think it will, but it could happen. They have probably the oldest team in the NBA when I look at it. And another thing I look at is Kawhi's playoff averages. They're not that great. 16.4 points a game. People call him the second best player in the world. No, not even close. He's in my top 5, but he's not 2. No way. I do like Kawhi. Kawhi is a great player, and I don't want to seem like I'm bashing on the Spurs because it does sound like it. But I am picking San Antonio to win the series in 6 games. But they're going to be 6 close games, in my opinion. And even if they aren't close, they will take a beating by Memphis. I just believe that. And if Golden State played Memphis in the first round, I think Golden State would have a lot tougher time making it to the finals than they do Portland. Any team who plays Memphis, I always pay attention to that series. Especially even if Memphis loses, I pay attention to the other team and how far they get. Because playing Memphis is hard. It really is. Over the past decade, they've been great defensively. Slow down the ball, throw it into Mark and Zebo, and they play pretty good. They're an old school type team, but I think they might be able to give San Antonio a push. I'm not picking them to win. I'm just getting that straight because it might sound like I am, but I'm picking San Antonio because they are the better team. But this does hurt San Antonio in the next couple rounds because they have to play this physical team in the first round versus Golden State. Golden State can sweep Portland if they want to. I don't have to get into that. And the Trailblazers won't even challenge the Warriors at all. Memphis could challenge San Antonio, and I strongly believe that. Memphis is a great team, and I do believe that Memphis will make a push. As I said again too, this hurts San Antonio by playing Memphis in the first round. You always want to avoid Memphis and teams like that. So I don't think they're going to beat Golden State. San Antonio now, one of the big reasons, they have a tough first round matchup. It's not the only reason, but it's one of the many I have. So there it is, guys. I do not pick an upset, but I think San Antonio wins this game, and it's going to be close. You guys might want to pay attention to the series as well. We'll roll into the next couple sports takes in a while, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Follow me on Twitter on burning_Jackson, and I hope you guys have a great night or morning or whenever you're watching this, hopefully before the playoff games. Have fun watching these playoffs. It's going to be interesting. Have a good one, guys.